Storytelling has long been a vessel for navigating value systems and engaging conversations that build relationships. That is why, for my thesis project, I will use a method of digital narrative to engage children and parents in conversation. I will create a prototype application that uses forking path narrative to tailor a story to a parent's specific needs and reveal this story in a cooperative, exploratory format. Essentially, I will be recreating the illustrated storybook to meet the ever-changing needs of the modern household. This application will work a lot like apps that are already available on Android and Apple devices, but with one principal difference. The program relies directly on parent input to develop a story. The process used to create this story will consist of a 3-section questionnaire. Each section will pertain to a specific aspect of the story in order to create a narrative that will facilitate conversation that suits the needs of the parents. Parents answer the questions with a specific topic in mind. This is meant to be the center of the discussion, including anything from Johnny won't eat his green beans to Alex is going to have a new brother or sister. The first questions the program asks will determine the format of the story. This provides the program with context of what type of issue the parent wants to tackle within the story, whether it's behavioral adjustment or concept exploration. Second, the program must decide the user script for the story. The program will contain a bank of possible building blocks to create a unique story called script blocks. Every section of the story, the beginning, the middle, and the end, contains a variety of script blocks to use as story components. The next questions for the parent will relate to how their child has responded to this topic in the past in order to create a script that empathizes with the child's own situation. Finally, the program combines the script to build a skeleton of the story. The final questions provide open-ended responses that will populate the story with specific dialogue for the problem. These questions will be asked in a complete-the-sentence format. The program combines the message the parent wants to communicate and the reaction the child is having to this message in order to create a narrative that is both empathetic and compelling for the child to learn about. This questionnaire formulates a unique story specific to the needs of the parent and the child. The narrative develops like a conversation between the main character and his or her surroundings, using an indirect form of role-playing to create empathy and motivate the user to ask questions about the topic. I hope that this personally composed narrative will encourage children and parents to explore topics in new ways. This app will be a powerful tool to facilitate conversation about topics that are difficult to articulate without any form of mediation. Ultimately, this will open a dialogue that strengthens parent-child relationships and the fundamental concepts that they are built on.